Hochang Wangshigira, Hego Hanach, Wangshig Pinchti wa Unaksha. Egi Mana wa Hokikara wa Unaksha. I say the Ho-Chunk people, I feel like they should take care of the earth. And they're good people, so they should take care of the earth.
Somebody commented to me on some of the things that we've been doing here in our community. I said that's the first step to instill pride back into our people and to acknowledge us as a nation rather than as a tribe living on a reservation. You know, we have that sign, and this person said they noticed the sign is that entering the nation of the Winnebago tribe. That in itself, you know, is progress, and we're going to make it better. We're going to hopefully have it down here in Nebraska. And once our people start seeing that, then we'll start progressing more, faster. And I shared the same thing with the other chairmen of the Great Plains area. I said, you know, the state and federal government says you're on a reservation. You know, this is our land here. You know, it's not a reservation. You know, it's a nation. It's our land. So we need to you know, start doing those things. Start having more pride.
Okay, so out here at the homecoming, I think people trying to get the wrong idea of what that's all about, or they don't understand it or something. And maybe we're not telling everybody about it during the homecoming. I think that story should be every day, more than once a day. Every time there's a grand entry, the story should be told so that more people hear that and understand what's going on. But my part, putting up those flags for military veterans that have passed away, I'm really proud of doing that.
We've got to look after the children. They have terrible drug problems, but we got to be Winnebago and smile and joke in the toughest of times. We need to point with our lips, but when we can't point with our lips, we're losing something that's subtle but important to us. It's the mannerisms that we have and we express and we communicate. I've been in a big city and have somebody come and touch my shoulder. I know immediately without looking, it's another Indian, usually from another tribe. We communicate in different ways, and I would hope that we keep those ways, because they strengthen our realities that have gone on, that help the Winnebagos be a surviving people after going through many catastrophes. We have our little skirmishes, but by and large, we're a strong people. We're survivors. We adapt when we need to. It's a good day. Thank you.
To be Ho-Chunk, to me, it means we follow our tradition and our ways that sets us apart from other tribes. Because of like the pictures I have on the wall here, these are all my grandfathers from way back. They fought for our people. They fought for our rights. So because of them, we're here today. We had a lot of teachings that we must follow in order to be the Ho Chunk way. There is a saying that I had put together a while back, and it's called Teachings of Grandmother. That is basically how we were raised growing up, and it molded us to, you know, what we are today. So I would recommend that, you know, this be put out there so that our younger generations can follow that, and so that we don't lose these ways. It's very important that we remember that, because that is what it makes us Ho Chunk.
It's just not me or us alive today, it's the ones that come before us and the ones that are going to come after us. And to keep that, the language, traditions, and the reasons we do what we do alive, the way we pray. I believe that's what I could say, in my eyes, being part of something bigger than just us, and understanding it, and learning it, and living it, is being Ho Chunk. And not to listen to our elders, and to guide the ones coming after us.
What does it mean to be Ho Chunk? It means the world, because how everything's connected. And if you know anything about the creation story, then in there it teaches us and it tells us about how everything's connected, how we have relationships with everything here on creation. And so that's one of the things that we need to try to continue to let the relatives know and share that with each other, and try to be good to one another and help one another, love one another, take care of one another, respect one another, those kind of things. So when you ask that, what does it mean to be Ho Chunk? It means the world.
To be Ho Chunk, it means to honor our relatives, our ancestors, and all the things that they went through, as well as all the things they passed down to us. It also means to survive today, to educate ourselves so that we can build the best future for the children.
To me, it means having pride in your culture and your people, being proud about where you come from. I know a lot of people around town that are mixed like me, so it means being proud of no matter where you come from, just in general. Taking care of others, watching out for the people that you care about, and hoping that you teach them enough to take care of the ones that they love.
What does it mean to be Ho Chunk? To me, it's a way of life the Creator gave to us. He put us on, on this creation, and gave us certain ways to use, certain ways to live by, a language to use. Hopefully pass on traditions, pass on ceremonies to younger generations, so that be able to keep those kinds of things alive.
It means honoring our ancestors. To me, I have 5 boys, so it means that to teach my boys our culture and tradition and to carry that on. As long as they carry on the language, and the culture will come as well. And I feel like that's very important, and to carry on our traditional ways that our ancestors fought for us.
I believe what it means to be Ho Chunk is to have resilience, bravery, and humbleness in your heart, to be kind, fierce, and stern, to honor my ancestors so what they have fought for and died for will always be remembered but not forgotten, to walk in life with dignity and respect to yourself and others, to be wise enough to keep your culture alive, but also to learn how to survive in today's society, because an educated native is a dangerous native.
It's a lot of reasons why it's a blessing to be Ho Chunk. It's a blessing to be a Wang Chink in general. Just knowing who you are, where you come from, and the clanship. We originally come from, they say, Mogashooch, amongst the Red Banks, present-day Green Bay, Wisconsin, and just knowing your history and being proud of who you are, where you come from, being able to speak its God-given language, our Ho Chunk language, being able to know our traditional ways, our Makonuch, our Native American church ways, and our Longhouse ways, our Kegel. The list could go on what it means to be a Ho-Chunk, but that's just a brief reason why, what makes us up who we are.
Within our tribe, we have our traditions, we have our customs, we have our beliefs. As Nishochochi, Ho-Chunk people, is to help one another. And we say that, Aikirodi Wonshka. And the meaning behind that is like if we're gonna walk down this road together, we're gonna lock arms, we're gonna go down this road arm in arm. And why it's that way is because sometimes we get weak and we get tired and we can't get there. But if you have somebody on the right side of you and you have somebody on the left side of you to brace you up and help you get down that road, then we're going to get down there together. That's the meaning of that, what I just said in Ho-Chunk. And so with them kind of a teachings and beliefs and having that good thought and that good feeling for your relative, and you see them in need, you go over there and you help them. You lift them up and you support them, and you help them to get back to a clear mind, and so that they're functioning human beings, and then they're more apt to teach these good things to their children, and then their children are going to put these things into practice. That's how it's done. It's done through oral tradition. These things aren't written down in our culture, but these are our teachings. So we teach those things to our children so that they can help themselves.
What does it mean to be Ho-Chunk?
I think it means like, I don't know, just to be a part of something, like a family, a big old family, and like just to be able to come back to your own people and have a way of life that no other people can like understand. Yeah.
What does it mean to be Ho-Chunk?
Wajoki.
What does it mean to be Ho-Chunk?
Pinching feeling.
What does it mean to be Ho-Chunk?
Means a lot. Family. Yeah.
Alright, cool. What does it mean to be Ho-Chunk?
It's an honor. A lot of people carry down the language.
What does it mean to be Ho-Chunk?
Ho-Chunk is being me and who I am.
For me, what it means to be Ho-Chunk is having love, compassion, and respect for one another. Without these things, we wouldn't be who we are, and our people wouldn't have survived this long.
It probably goes back to our society, because we are all raised in a warrior society, and that everything was done for the protection of the tribe. You know, the different clans had their function, but also that we were stationed strategically around the camps to protect the village. And so that when they took that away from us, and so even the hunting, where we'd go out and hunt for all of these things, and they tried to make us farmers, but they still remembered those old ways. We still have those lodges and stuff that are based upon that warrior societies, you know, those things like that. So for them to gravitate toward that, you know, be a warrior, you can, all of those things that they try to instill. And then also your family traditions like that goes back many generations. You know, my father was a military, my grandfather and great-grandfather and all of that. So that's kind of where that comes from, that we were based upon, we're a warrior society.